Hi, welcome to the series of Jaspersoft reports. In this video, we are going to see the basics of groups in Jaspersoft Design Studio. The agenda for this session is, firstly, I will walk you through what is grouping and give an example. Then we take a look at on how to create a group and how we can calculate subtotals for each group created. Finally, we will see what are the options associated with the groups for deleting. What is grouping? Grouping is the process of organizing the data in a more structured way based on a reporting object, such as field, variable, or a parameter. We can consider the product detail report as an example. A user might want to group the data by its brand name. How to achieve grouping in a report? Especially in Jaspersoft Jaspersoft report, grouping can be achieved by creating group bands. How many groups can a report have? In Jaspersoft reports, a report in Jaspersoft reports, a group can contain 0 groups or more than 0 groups. How many sections can a group contain? Every group that we create in Jaspersoft Studio can have 2 sections. They are group header and group footer. We will see more on these 2 options when we move on to the actual example. Now let's create a group and use that group to find the subtotals of each brand type or say brand name. Let's create a blank report from file, new, Jasper report. Select blank A4 template from the report templates wizard. Click on next. Then save the report under Jasper Reports 2021 project folder. Inside it, I have already a folder called reports. Let's save this report in reports folder. Let's give a meaningful name to save this report. I am giving group by band and finding subtotals by grouping data. We can see an error displayed here. It says that with the same name, a report is already existing in reports folder. Let's version it as 2 here. Then click on next. Then from the data adapter dropdown, select the FoodMart database. Let us skip providing query for now. So click on next or finish button to have the report design space. Now go back to the PG admin SQL editor and query the product table. I am taking brand name, product ID, product name, gross weight, net weight fields for a grid-like report. I am grouping this data on brand name. It is important that when we want to have group by reports, at least the output should be sorted by at least one field. In this case, I am taking brand name. Quickly run this query here. So we can see the sample records available for the product report. Let's copy this one and paste it onto the SQL editor of the Design Studio. We need to ensure that the correct database is selected from the top left dropdown. In this case, it is FoodMart and the language type must be selected as SQL. Click on read fields. We can see the field names and class types are retrieved from the database. From the bottom menu, click on data preview and then click on refresh preview data to have the sample output of the report, sample output of the SQL code. Now click on OK, click save. And from the hierarchical view of the report, select field nodes, expand it, select product ID, product name, gross weight, net weight fields, and drag them onto the detail band. Let's remove the empty spaces and remove the unnecessary bands from the report. Let us give the title to the report. I am going to give the same title that I used for saving the report. So from palette, drag text field, then in the expression editor within the double quotes, give it a name. Quickly format it. Save the report. We don't require page header band also, so let's delete it. Save the report again, then click on the preview button. Now we can see that the product detail report is displayed with all the information together. So in the next phase, we are going to group this data based on the brand name. Come back to the design space. Then we want to group this data. So we reach to the core part of this session, which is nothing but creating a group in Jaspersoft report. For that, we need to be in the root node of the report, which is nothing but the report name from the outline view. So select the root node, right click on it, then click on create group. In Jaspersoft reports, a group can be created in two ways. They are create a group from report object or create a group from expression. As I mentioned earlier, a report object can be a field or a function or a variable or a parameter. We can also group the report by writing an expression. An expression is a combination of fields or variables, or we can consider it as a Java expression. For this demonstration, we can go with the first one, which is create a group from the report object. So we wanted to group the data of the product report by brand name. So select this brand name field, then click on next button, and a group can contain group header and group footer. So providing this group header and group footer are completely optional. But for this demonstration, we want to see how groups can work in report. So let us keep these two options enabled for this example. Click on finish. As we click on finish, we can see there are two new nodes are created in the outline, or in the design view, we can see there are two new bands are added. Now select the brand name field from the fields node of the outline view and drag it onto the header band of the group created. It opens up a wizard asking to select the possible function. We don't require any function to be applied for displaying the group name on the header. So simply click on finish. Quickly format it. Select save the report and preview and run the report. We can see that the data of the product is grouped by brand name here. So for more visibility, let's bold it and click on preview again. This output just looks fine to me because the data is grouped based on the brand name here. We have two pages of output for this report, and we can see that the data is grouped by brand name here, Akron, American, and in the bottom The last one is Washington here. So this is how we can group the data in Jaspersoft report. Now, what if we want to display the group level summations for a particular field? For this example, let us take we want to display the total of each group based on this numeric field, which is net weight here. For that, we need to create a variable. The easiest way of creating a variable is to select the particular field name from the fields node of the outline and drag it onto the specified band. In this case, it is group footer. So net weight field and drag it onto the group footer here. So this pop-up is containing available functions that we can apply on the net weight field. Let us select sum, then click on finish. Let's format this one. As we drag and drop the net weight field onto the footer band, the report generates a variable and places it under variables node of the outline section. So let us have a quick look at the properties of this variable. So this variable has the type of float, and this float is matching with the type of the field that we have taken, and we have selected the calculation as sum, and this function is based on the net weight field, and the advanced attributes of these variables are increment type and reset type. The increment type is taken as none and the reset type is taken as group. By default, we don't get this group option unless we create a group in a report. So this means the value of this variable is initialized at the start of every occurrence of the group specified here. That means whenever the group changes from one to another, the value of this variable will be reset to 0, so that the variable will take the 0 and calculates it from there, so that the group level summations can be achieved. Click on save button and let's quickly preview the report. So in the output, yeah, we can see that the group level summations are displayed for each brand name. So for Akron, it is 16.53, and for American brand, the subtotal is 150.54, and for the Washington, in the next page, we can see the subtotal for Washington brand type is 105.18. So this is how we can create a group and we can make use of a variable to get the subtotals of the each group. Now, let us have a quick look at advanced properties of a group header band. From the outline view, select the group header band, select the group header band here. Then we can see every group header band can contain group properties, group band properties, and layout properties and band properties. We often use this reprint header on each page, keep together options when we work with groups in Jaspersoft reports. And there is one other property that we frequently use with groups, that is start new page. This option, reprint header on each page, if we click on this one, automatically the property will be applied on the band. See, look at this one. This is group properties. That means it applies for the whole group. So for example, if I click on this one, we can see the same option is selected for the band. Similarly, keep together option as well. If I click on this one, I can see the same option is selected for the group band properties. So let us keep these two and see uh, and understand what's the meaning of these two properties. So if I preview the report, in the previous run, in the previous run, we are we were having this Washington brand name in the first page itself. When we select these two options, we can see the other brand is moved to the next page. For example, I'm not going to give this keep together band, and I'm selecting only the first option here. So we can see what happens in the output. The report is displayed with each group here: Akron, American, and Washington. So look at this one. This is the group header. So when we select the reprint group header on each page, it displays the group name for the remaining data. So we have some more data left for the Washington group, and this Washington will be displayed in the next page as well. We can say that here. And if we select this keep together option, the report puts the detail with the group header band. For example, if I select this one and click on preview button, we can see that the Washington brand type is moved to the another page, and it is clubbed to the details of that. It is clubbed to the details of that particular brand. For example, let's click on this preview. So in the previous run, we have seen the Washington data is displayed in the first page itself. But in this run, well, as we have selected keep together, the brand name and the associate data is pushed to the next page here. So these are the two advanced properties of a group band. And if we select this another advanced property, start new page, every group will get printed on each new page. For example, if I select this one and select save, then click on preview, we can see that the output is of 3 pages now. That means every group is printed on each new page. Akron is printed on first page, and American is printed on the second page with the subtotal. And in the third page, we can see the Washington data is displayed with its subtotal. So these are the few advanced properties that we can apply on the group concepts. Now let us look at what are the delete options associated with a group band. For example, if we select this group one group header band, we can see there are two delete options for this group. One is delete, then the delete group. Delete option deletes the particular band that we want to delete. For example, if I click on this one, it will delete only the group header. See, this is grayed out now. We can add it back, add header band. So we lost the, as we have deleted, we have lost the earlier implementation, and it has got created with the new group header. So let's undo this one. Now, if we select delete group, it deletes both the group header and footer. For example, I'm going to click on this delete group option. So it deleted everything related to the group. Let's undo this back. No, we have the previous one. So this is how we can work with groups, and we can create a variable and find the group level summations in Jaspersoft reports. So this brings us to the end of the session on groups. But before we wrap up, let's do a quick recap of what we have seen in this video. So Firstly, we have seen what is grouping and we have seen an example on grouping. Then we took a look at how to define a group and how we can calculate subtotals for each group. And after that, we have seen some of the advanced properties that we can apply when we work with groups. And finally, we have seen what are the delete options associated with a group. So that's all for this session. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more topics on this subject.